everybody. Good evening. Welcome to my Pilates Online. My name is Sabrina, and I'm going to be taking you through your beginner Pilates workout this evening. So get yourself comfy and ready. If you know you like to use a cushion under your head for your abdominal exercises, or you need a towel or a blanket or extra thick matting underneath you, please make sure you've got all your props settled and ready to go. Today's workout is going to be with a chair. If you don't have a chair, don't worry, you can do the same exercise without the chair. But if you've got the chair, use the chair. It's going to give nice feedback and variety to the exercises that we do. All right, so let's get ready to begin. And please, whatever chair you're using, make sure it is steady and stable. If you don't feel comfortable doing something, then just do it without the chair, okay? Modify and exercise safely at home. All right, let's get going. So, standing with your feet parallel, fist distance apart. Shake out all the niggles, leave the day behind. You're now showing up to your mat, to your space, which you're putting aside just for you, for your body. So become present in this moment. Find the elongation through your spine and the pelvic floor connection as you stand up nice and tall. Keeping your weight equally pressed through your feet. Take a big inhale through the arms, expanding wide into the ribs, and then exhale, lower the arms, not the chin, round and hollow the chest, and start rolling down. These arms are ragdoll arms. Head is hanging, neck is loose. Release head, neck, shoulders here. Take an inhale wide into the ribs. And then on your exhale, drawing your navel back in, start restacking that spine slowly, one vertebra at a time. All the way up, and again, inhale, lift the arms, expand into the ribcage. Lower them down, not the chin, round, soften, exhale, roll. Taking a deep breath in, roll back up on your exhale. One more, inhale. Filling up the bottom back pockets of the ribs and lungs, expand. Soften the arms, shoulders, not the chin, chest, round, and roll through the spine. Feel that you can just let the shoulders go, let the head and neck go, and soften the knees so you feel the spine stretching. And wherever you're at, hanging over here, I'm going to bend and stretch through the knees, still keeping the weight equally pressed through the feet. So inhale, bend a little bit more. Exhale, lift the tailbone up as you stretch the back of the legs. Release it. Breathe in. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. The space between your crown and the mat's got to stay the same. So don't stretch your legs and lift your spine. Stay with the spine where you are, but separate the knee, bend, and stretch. Even if it's just a small stretch and you're not fully extending the knees, do what you can, it's fine. 2 more times. One more. Exhale, stretch the hammies. Loosen the knees, tuck in that navel, and roll back up, restacking the spine. All the way up to the top. Interlace your fingers behind your head, clasp the hands together. Roll your shoulders back, extending your elbows. Inhale as you lift the fists and palms away from your tailbone. Hold that stretch. If you can lift your chest higher, roll your shoulders back further, lift your palms up. Wide, full inhales into ribs. Exhale, let it go. Just roll those shoulders back. And reverse direction. Good. One more. That's it. That's it. Lifting up one foot to the chair. Find your balance. If you'd like to go a bit closer, you can. Flat back. Look at your standing foot. Make it parallel and straight. You don't want to be turning out in a V position. Square your hips. And then with that alignment, see if you can lift your spine and with a flat back, hinge forward. You're flexing the foot on the chair. So with a flat back and hinging through the hips, you don't have to go low to really get that hamstring stretch. Because the foot flexion and the flat back hinging really going to give you that stretch. Inhale, exhale, see if you can go a little bit further, but keeping the chest lifted. So you're not rounding the spine at all. Got a little marble that needs to roll down your spine. You can't roll the marble down your spine. You can round back. It's got to dip and roll down to the tailbone. Good, and then release it. Let's change legs. Feel that you don't have to stand in the center in order to lift one leg up. You can keep your foot aligned under your knee, under your hip, and balance with the other foot up onto the chair. Hips are level. Lift up into your spine. Breathe in. And then hinging with a flat back. Hinging at the hips here, making this crease. Flat back, flex your foot. Draw up into that straight leg and just stretch it out. Breathe. If you're ready to go a bit further, then go for it. If it's super tight, just keep it where you can maintain the control and stability. Good. And then release it. I want you to just bring your chair around. So the back of the chair is facing you. All right. From here, we're going to go into some assisted footwork. This is assistance. Don't use it to now relax and sink into it. Keep it for some feedback, some lovely feedback, but not that you're relying on it. In other words, if the chair magically disappeared, you're still holding your weight, maintaining your balance, maintaining your movement. All right. So we're going to start with the V position, just like that. Heels together. Draw up into the legs, inner thighs. Without lifting your heels off the floor, bend and stretch. Nice and easy, okay? You're going to very quickly see how much range you've got in your ankles, and you're going to see how tight the muscles are in the lower legs, okay? Because your heels are going to want to lift up, but you've got to keep the feet flat. So you start loosening up and warming up different muscles that are really become rather tight and rigid in the lower part of the legs. A little bit of assistance, but we're not collapsing into that chair. Posture, spine stays upright. 3 more. Hold that last one there. Little pulse and bounce. Keeping the feet flat. Squeeze the heels together. 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Stretch the legs all the way. Good. You're going to step out to the side, bend, and join at the center. Step out to the side, bend, and join to the center. So it's going to be step out, bend, join. Step out, bend, join. Ready? Let's go. Bend the knees, open the hips, squeeze the glutes. Nice and easy, keeping your posture upright. 4 more. Together and open. 2 more. 1 more. Join it. Good, 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 good. Open up nice and wide. Just your heels on the tips of your mat, or actually go a little bit wider and just off, so you're as wide as your mat. The V position of your feet, so when you bend your knees tracking the line of your second toe. You're not bending your knees with the knees over there, but the toes are over there. No, you've got to open that knee. You've got to align that knee with the second toe, all right? Why? So we exercise safely through the knees. So we're using the muscles correctly to stabilize the joints and actually strengthen it, rather than just ramming into it and then we're in pain with the knees after. So, if you can't widen your knees that much because of flexibility, then bring your feet into a smaller V position. If you've got the range, you're going to go a little bit wider. But in that V position, your knees align and track with your second toe. Let's go. Inhale, exhale. The chair is going to give you feedback to you keeping your posture, keeping your chest upright. Take note of the feet. They stay flat. You're pressing into inside and outside of the foot. Squeeze the bum cheek up to stand. 2 more. Hold your last one there. Little pulses. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Good. Shake it out. Shake it out. Alrighty. We're going to do a little bit of hip work here with the chair, but it's important that you've got space. If you don't have space right now, you're going to be uncomfortable doing this exercise. You're going to have to modify it or stick to your personal favorite exercise that you know really works for you. If you do have the space, please do these exercises with me because they're so good for the hips, for your mobility in your hips, which become tight, rigid, and locked because you do so much sitting in a chair, which is quite unnatural. This is the natural sitting position. So you want healthy hips and healthy knees, and you can sit comfortably like this if you needed to, while keeping the back up nice and flat. Goals, 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 goals. Okay, so one hand assisted to the chair. Start with the leg that's away from the chair. Lift it up, open that hip, and bring it round. High knee circle, high knee circle. Up and circle. Use your core. Connect your tummy and find your balance. It's really important that you lift that knee up as high as you can. Round, open, round, and close. Good. 2 more. Last one. Lovely. Alrighty. Now let's try straight leg. So I want you to imagine a box on the floor. You've got to lift your leg up over that box, all the way over the box, and land. Lift the leg back up over the box, over, up, over, and land. This imaginary box is quite a big box. If through each rep, your imaginary box can grow bigger, so you emphasize keep lifting, circle around, then do so. Let's go. Up, open round. Up. It's going to be easy to drop the spine and do funny things, but don't. Try hold yourself from the hip, lift up, open, from the hip up and close. Even if it's just there right now, move within your range. Up and over the ball, or up and over the box. Okay. If you can lift your leg more or less hip height, maintain it. Don't do too high and one low. 2 more. 1 more. And release it. Good, good, good. Face your chair now. Same leg. Back and land. Connecting your tummy. Squeeze your glute. Lift that leg. But you're also just getting that mobility. Okay, that swing. Little drop of the chest to the chair. Make sure it's a long leg. Try not bend the knee. Squeezing that glute, squeeze the butt, squeeze the butt. You've got to use the hip to extend and stretch the front of the hip. 4 more. Hold it there, last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Turn to face your back to the chair. Same leg, kick it up. Kick it up without hunching. Even if it's just there, straight leg. Up. Okay, or if you can lift it higher, then go for it. Don't drop your chest. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Going over to the other side. So you can just turn around or you can move the chair. I obviously want to stay facing you, so I'm going to move my chair to the other side. Ready? Let's go. Bend knee, up and over, up and over. Really lift the knee as high as you can. Up, round, and land. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Good. 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent. Alrighty, straight leg now. Same thing. So imagine there's that box on the floor, that big ball. You gotta lift your leg up and over it all the way, and then return. Up and over all the way. Without collapsing on that chair. Standing leg is working. Standing glutes is working. Good. 2 more. Let's go. Up and over. Up and over. Last one. That's it. All right. Facing your chest. Same leg. Sweep back and land. Really squeeze that glute and connect your abdominals to support your lower back. Three more. Alrighty, turning back to chair. A little bit of a shoulder stretch here. Roll them back, bend into those elbows. Same leg, without sinking, without rounding, without hunching. Lift that straight leg up. Doesn't matter how high you lift your leg, but it matters that you can keep your leg straight and that you can lift a straight leg up. From there, you can challenge your range. Five more, let's go. Straight leg up, feel the thigh. Keep your chest lifted, nice and strong. Two more. And last one. And release it. Good, good, good. Alrighty. Take that chair, place it back into position, and then let's now lay down on our spine. I'm going to take it into a little bit of abdominals. So gently place yourself down onto your mat. And then if you've got your pillow, your cushion, feel free to use it now, all right? Throw yourself down. You can place your hand on a towel or a cushion or whatever you've got going on there. And then I want you to just straighten your legs. All right, to about the Achilles tendon on the chair. Nice long legs. Good. All right. Interlace your fingers behind your head, really connecting them so that they support the head and neck weight. You're going to hover your elbows up into the corner of your eyes, and then keep them there. Stabilizing your neck, so you've got the head lifting through the chin to the chest. That stays steady. It's actually abdominals lifting the chest up from the spine, not the head and neck moving. Separate it. So keep your neck still and use the contract your abdominals to lift your chest up. You want to lift as high as you can feel your shoulder blades floating off the mat. You can't lift that high, lift as high as you can. And inhale back down. As high as you can without the neck moving. Without the space between the chin and the chest changing. Exhale up, inhale down. Stay soft in the shoulders. Elbows steady in the same place. Notice that every time I come down, I don't collapse and then get prepared and go back into it. I keep the engine running nice and smooth, holding the correct technique and form to the very end of the series, and then I'll relax the elbows wide. 3 more, up. Exhale, 2. 1 more, exhale, 1. Hold it up. Slowly drop it down. Now let the elbows go wide and have a breathe out. Okay. So just think of when you drive a car. You don't put the car on and off, on and off, on and off. You want to keep the car on and let that engine run. Same thing through the exercise. Push through until the series is done. Then you rest so you can start to make changes. So you can start creating little mini micro tears through the muscle that repairs a stronger muscle. All right. Arms up overhead. Let's try it without holding the head. Take a deep breath in. Without holding the head, you still got to keep the neck stable. Use abdominals to lift chest and spine. And slowly lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up chest. And slowly down. So now you're training yourself to still activate and find the abdominal bird without your neck taking over. It can be a little bit tricky. Your eye line is on the same thing at all times because the neck follows the eyes. Usually when you're moving your eyes all over, the neck is more than likely going to be moving too. Arms are in the sockets and reaching through the fingers and the arms. 2 more. Exhale, up. Hold it nice and high. 1 more. Exhale, up. Hold there. And slowly lower it down. Interlace the fingers back behind the head. Support the weight. Hover the elbows up into the corner of your eyes. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, lift the chest. Rotate through the torso side to side, keeping your shoulders off the mat. Making sure you twist the spine side to side and the arms follow, not because the arms are swinging side to side. 2 more. 1 more. Center. Hold the center and then lower it down. Good. Elbows wide. In a T position with the arms. Float your right leg up off of the chair. Circle the leg slowly, that you can feel your hips are not moving, your pelvis is not rocking, that you're staying in a level neutral pelvic position. So if I had to put a bowl of water on your pelvis, on top of your belly here, the water in the bowl has to remain still. So can you rotate through the hip socket by moving the leg into leg circles without moving the water on your belly in the imaginary glass? Change direction See if it's easier, if it's harder, if it's the same. Really think about the pelvis, the hips here. Stays level. And your circle's going to be as big as what you can maintain, level pelvis. So if you're feeling wobbling and rocking and moving quite a bit, just make it a small circle, tiny circle, the size of a fishbowl. 2 more. Bend the knee to tabletop and release the leg down onto the chair. Keeping the level neutral hips and pelvis, tabletop the leg. Extend the knee and circle. But level, steady, neutral hips. Is it easier or more challenging? Breathe in, steady, steady, steady. Focus, and you're really lengthening through that leg. It's a nice long leg. You're going to work your hips, you're going to work your abdominals, you're going to work into your thigh. One more in the reverse direction, and then change. Breathe in, open, circle, round, down, up. That's it. Keep it level, keep it steady. Nice and long. 2 more circles. Open up those arms. And release it into tabletop. Float the other leg up to tabletop. Pin your knees together, staying wide. Very important that you squeeze your knees together here. If this is strenuous and your lower back pains or strains, and you don't quite feel that the core strength is where you need it yet, do this exercise with your feet on the floor. Exactly the same thing, but just feet together on the floor. Modification, a little bit more challenge, legs up. Okay. Now you've got to make sure your thighs stay the same length. You don't want to lag one behind, one thigh grows longer than the other. It will be immediately incorrect, okay, in how you work with your pumps and your knees. So keeping them level together, opening up in that T position with the palms facing up. See how far you can tilt the pelvis so your one hip lifts off the mat. See how far you can tilt, keeping both your knees and thighs pinned together in the same equal leg. Exhale, pull back, spine into mat. Inhale, over we go. Exhale, pull back. And repeat. Inhale, tilting pelvis. Exhale, draw your waistline back and imprint your spine to the mat. So again, the tilt will vary. If you can, or if you're just doing a small tilt for now, that's fine. But what's important is that you're tilting in an alignment, so you're not shifting when you tilt. Then it doesn't matter. You can tilt wherever you can take it to, as long as you're doing it properly, keeping those legs the same length. Keeping your shoulder blades anchored as you tilt the pelvis side to side. And then feeling that tension and how your knee contracts to draw you back through your abdominals. Inhale, over. Exhale, bring it back. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. And one more, over. Inhale. Exhale, pull back. Center it. Good, good, good. From here, rest one leg onto the chair. Interlace your fingers behind your other hamstring, behind your other knee. Give yourself 2 pulls. And then change. Pull, pull, and change. Pull, pull, and change. Land the leg with control. Find the hamstring stretch wherever it is. Whether you're cupping underneath your thigh or at your calf. Lengthening out the back of the leg. You can become so tight and stiff in the hamstrings. Also, a lot of sitting, a lot of knee bending. One more each side. Good. Bringing your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug and a little rock. Center yourself here. I'm going to do single leg stretch. And if you feel that your neck is really triggering when you go into that chest lift, just keep your head down. If you feel you can move past that and you're firing into the abdominals and the neck's not taking over, you're going to lift your chest up. Okay, so that's optional. Letting one leg go, extend it, straighten it, and hold it straight over that chair, hovering. Feel that you level your pelvis. You're not rocking side to side. As you release one leg and pull the other knee in. Switch and change. Inhale, exhale. Must stretch that leg. Extend your knee, draw into your thigh, into your hip, and into your pelvis. Inhale, exhale. That's it, that's it. 4 more. Strong abs, keeping chest lifted. Otherwise, rest your head down. And finish it there. Good. Hug your knees and release your chest back down. Place your feet onto the chair. All right. We are going to do pelvic curls. Try with the straight legs first, a little bit easier. So wiggle back far enough that you've got the keys on the chair there, all right? Hands at your sides. Open up those collarbones. Take a deep breath in. Draw your navel into your spine as you hollow out your belly and tilt and lift up your pubic bone. Roll the hips up one vertebra at a time, leading with the pubic bone. You don't want the hips up in the pubic bone now. You've got to tuck, tuck, draw in and lift pubic bone up, okay? Hold your ribs together. Breathe in, feel those hamstrings, and then from the top of your spine, slowly start lowering yourself back down through your vertebrae, one at a time, all the way, anchor into neutral. And again, inhale, tuck and tilt, exhale up. Nice and high, up to the top, hold it there. Level hips, keep it steady and square. Breathe in. And slowly roll down. Through the spine, one at a time. Okay, you're going to feel this in those hamstrings, more than likely, but make sure you've got the glutes and pelvic floor supporting the hamstrings through the movements, not just the hamstring job. Breathe in. Tilt pelvis. So here we scoop and we roll the spine up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, the top roll down slowly. Anchor down all the way, release. Good. All right, we're going to challenge you a little bit further here. So I want you to be a little bit closer to the chair. If you feel this is too much, just do it without the chair, okay? You can move the feet on the floor or go back to the one we just did, the straight legs. If you feel like a variety and you want to challenge yourself and slightly different, then do this option with me, okay? So feet on the chair, knees are bent. It's going to be easier if you go closer to the chair rather than too far away. So you're going to step one foot onto the floor, all right? and the other foot is on the chair. And this is why I say, make sure your chair is steady. It's not going to move, all right? And you'll very quickly see if you're cheating this exercise, if your chair starts sliding, you push it away from you. You've got to step onto the chair so you don't kick it away from you. So, one foot to the floor, next to the chair, one foot on the chair. Breathe in, even if it's just the balls of the feet. Tuck and tilt the pelvis. Pelvic curl, roll the hips up. Up, 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 up. Both the hips. Keep the middle steady. Hold the connection as you pick the foot up from the floor, keeping the hips steady. Keeping the hips steady, we lower the other foot back onto the floor. Keeping those hips steady, roll down slowly through your spine, one vertebra at a time, all the way to the bottom. And release it. Okay? Not too bad. This is good practice for the ball, all right? We do this exercise with the ball. And obviously it's round, it moves. Stability is really challenged. So it's nice to practice it on the chair because the chair is steady. So let's go again. Inhale. Tuck and tilt. Exhale. Scoop. Roll it up. Up, 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 up. Through the hips. As high as you can through both hips. With stability, pick that foot up off of the floor. Place it on the chair. Other foot down. Onto mat. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Round and roll down slowly. All the way to the bottom. Release it down. And again, inhale. Tuck and tilt. Roll up. All the way up. Good. Foot to chair with stability. Up and land. Foot to floor with stability. Land. And roll down slowly. All the way down. Nice. We'll go one more time through both sides. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck, tilt, articulate as you roll up through the spine. Lifting both hips nice and high. Foot to chair. Land the other foot down. Pause. Roll down through the spine slowly. One at a time. Good, good, good. Last one. We go. Exhale. Scoop, tuck. Roll it up. Through hips. Through pelvis. Nice and high. Nice and steady. Foot up to chair without dropping the hips. Foot onto mat. And roll down slowly, slowly. All the way down. Good, good, good. Both feet up on the chair. Toes on. Heels hanging off. Okay? Just do some little ankle heel raises. So up with the heels, flex the feet. So point and flex. Your max range, up and down. Just move through your feet, move through your ankles. Wiggle and wiggle. Stretch out the toes. Make gaps between all your toes. Look at how wide you can stretch space between the toes. Look at the toes that are more close together. And try move and wiggle that you can stretch a little bit more space in between those toes. Yes, and then release it. Okay. Toes on the chair, heels hanging off. Let's try pelvic curl with bent knees. Don't worry how high you go, it's not important. It's important that you scoop and tuck deeply, lifting from pubic bone higher than the two hips. Don't pop up into that position. Connect your rib cage and deeply tuck so that that pubic bone is clearly higher than the two hip bones. And then roll through the spine with control. Let's go. Inhale. Tuck and tilt. Exhale. Roll up. Very light on the chin. Scoop and squeeze the bum. Up, 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 up. Inhale. Lift your arms. Exhale. Lower your arms. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Roll down through your spine slowly. One vertebra at a time. Look that you're aligned. You're not opening or closing. Anchor it down. Release. Inhale. Scoop, tuck. Exhale. Good. At the top. Hold it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll down. Slowly, slowly, round into tight spots. Control it to the end. Anchor it down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, scoop and tight. All the way up, nice and high. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, hold. And exhale, roll down slowly, slowly through the spine, all the way. And release it. Good. Hug your knees. Give yourself a little rock and roll. And then lift yourself up to a seated position. Okay. And let's just go into a twist. So if you're really tight in the hamstring, sit up on your cushion. We're going to place our hands on our shoulders in this position. And it's not about swinging your arms, because we can do that. It's about twisting the spine. Okay? The spine, lack of movement, age, weight, there's many, many things that can cause immobility in our spinal structure. Even naturally getting older, cartilage calcifies. So to keep the mobility of the spine is so important. That's why we do the spine twist. And you may feel that you really don't twist much to start, but it improves because you need strength for the twist. It's not just about the flexibility of it. Right. So sit up nice and tall. Like I said, if you need to bend the knees or sit on a cushion in order to keep your back up straight and flat, then that's what you do. If you can hold that flat back and stretch your legs, then that's what you do. Hands on the shoulders, flex your feet there together. Very important, you don't slide a leg back. You don't want to slide your leg back and one leg is longer than the other. Same thing, the principles apply here. You've got to keep your legs equal length, pinned together. So there's none of that shifting from the hips and pelvis. Equal length, we are rotating what's on top of the hips and pelvis, not the pelvis and the legs. So, inhale, center. Exhale, rotate, twist spine, keep your nose in line with the center. Two pulse. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, two pulse. Two more. One more. Center. Inhale, circle your arms and reach for your chair by rounding your spine. A little bit closer if you're as far away as I am. And then look at my spine, how my shoulders are still on top of my hips, but I'm rounding my spine, tucking in my navel as I reach. Once you've found the C-curve through your spine, then reach those fingertips forward as far feels good and hold that forward fold stretch. Just stay where it's a stretch for you. Good, and release it. Lifting here up onto your knees, we're going to do a side bend. So keeping both knees weighted into the mat, one hand to the chair. Inhale, lift the other arm up and over. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Equal weight of the knees in the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, over. Making that C-curve through the spine and lift. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, delicious. Reach, hold it there. Rotate just your chest down, 2 hands on the chair. Little twist. Back to the side. Breathe in, look to the screen, and up. Okay, turn it around, other side. I'm going to turn my back to you just for these stretches, okay? Hand to the center, equal weight in the knees. Inhale, arm up and over. In your 2 imaginary glass planes, take a deep breath and lift up. Again, inhale. Soft shoulders, hanging to the neck, release that tension, up. Use your breath, inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Rotate, exhale, drop that hand to the chair, give yourself a twist. Inhale, back to side, lift up. Excellent. Turn to face your chair now, and let's lift up onto our feet. Now, if we do any sort of push-up plank position, with this elevation of a chair or a bench, it becomes a lot less load and a lot more easy. So we're going to do that one today in our beginner class. But that doesn't mean that there's no challenge in depth. There is still that burn. There's still that very important technique that you need to maintain through the movement. So, number 1, shoulders over your wrists. Already your nose is above your thumb lines. From there, step back slightly, just a little bit. From there, tuck in the pelvis and bring those hips that little shift forward. You'll feel if you need to maybe wiggle a little back or not. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, stretch. Now, it doesn't matter if your push-up is so tiny, but it does matter if you drop your chest and leave your bum behind. No. Bring the hips forward. As much as your chest drops is as much as your hips drop, because it's your spine. The whole spine goes down, the whole spine goes up, and that's the challenge, okay? Without dropping your head. We go. Inhale and exhale. Take it slow. Connect your abdominals. Inhale, exhale. If you can challenge yourself to go that little millimeter past your normal range, then do it. 2 more. And last one. Good. Release it. Lift yourself. Give those wrists a little wiggle. Good. Into position again. Bringing your shoulders square over your wrists. Step back slightly. Tuck in the navel and bring your pelvis forward. There's the flat back. Shoulders are still over wrists. We lift up one tabletop leg and stand. Alternate and stand. I want you to tuck in your tummy. Use your abdominals to lift the high knee up. Exhale. So you can round the spine like a cat stretch. And down. Exhale. Exhale. Notice how here I'm in a flat back again. Round spine, flat spine. Round and flat. 4 more. One more each side. And lift. Tuck. Hold your plank. 10 seconds. Lift your chest a bit more. Tuck your tummy a bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the feet forward. And then push away from the chair, the flat back. Imitating that upside down V position. No kinks in the wrist. Just hold it there. Deep breath through your nose. Relax. One more deep breath. Good, good, good. Take a big step forward of one foot and then step back so you can find yourself in a lunge position. Okay? Knee is just in front of the chair. Good, good, good. See if you can lose the chair and find your balance. If you can, hold it. If you can go one step further, try straighten the front leg and bend it, release, steady. And again, exhale, stretch. Bend, control, focus with your eyes. Pull up into that thigh, strong, straight leg. And two more. And one more. And bend. Hands to the chair. Step back. Step forward, changing legs. Square that knee in front of the chair. Find your balance. See if you're ready to lose the chair. Tuck the pelvis. And then from there, stretch and bend. Just the front leg, bend and stretch. Two more. And hands to chair. Holding plank position, 10 seconds. And push back, release into upside down V. Hold this position and then just bend one knee at a time. Try to keep your hips and tailbone lifted. And alternate, bend and stretch through the legs. Good. And then lower your hands to the mat, soften your knees and roll up through your spine all the way to the top. Good, good, good. You're going to pick your chair up. And either turn your back to me or put your chair on the other side of your mat and then lay down on your side. Top leg on top of the chair, bottom leg underneath. You can lay in this position or drop your head fully. Technically, this is better for your leg. Okay? It won't be too strict on that right now. It's important to lay in a straight line without rolling back or forward. You square. This hand can help you if you need it. Bottom leg, lift it up. Squeeze, touch your chair, lower down. Don't relax, just hover. And up again. 2. Hover, lift, hover, never collapse. Squeeze your inner thigh, make the connection with the chair. Roll both legs nice and long. Not too fast. One more, hold it there. Squeeze, 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 hold it, you can do it. And release it down. Top leg lifts up. Without the hip rolling forward and backwards. Nip the chair and back up. Stay stable. Two more, lift it up. Last one, keep the leg up. And release it down. Good, good, good. Swing yourself around, or maybe like me, you have to move your chair, and then into position on the other side. On the elbow or all the way down, laying in a straight line, very important. Bottom leg staying square through hips and pelvis, lift and lower. Exhale up, inhale down. Squeeze. Lower. Exhale, lift. Lower. 3 more. You can do it. Really squeeze that inner thigh. Match the legs. Maintain the equal length through both of the legs. Last one. Up and stay there. Hold it. Connect. Squeeze. Steady. And release it down. Top leg, up we go. Whoops, no wobbling like that. It's exactly what you don't want to do. So stabilize, anchor. The hand can help you. You need to really feel deeper stabilizing muscles working to keep you square in the side as you lift up. Three more. Hold it up there. And release it down. Good, good, good. Let's finish it off with a glute stretch for those hips and tushy. Lifting yourself up. One leg. Bend it in front, up ahead. Square your hips. And then lower yourself down. Okay? If you're super tight, maybe you're holding that stretch over there. That's cool. You can square out the leg in front if you've got the range. Both hips need to face forward and down. Then lengthen the back leg. See where you can hold it and maintain it. Inhale, lift your chest. And if you can, just lower yourself into your forearms. Soften and breathe. Good. Slowly lift yourself up, nice and easy, and gently change legs. Lengthen that back leg, square the hips, find the space. Inhale, lift the chest, and lower it down, exhale. Good, and then slowly lift yourself up to hands and knees. Tucking your toes. Walk your hands to your feet. Soften your neck and shoulders and roll yourself up to standing. Let's do one big roll down and finish it off. Inhale, lift the arms. Lower the arms, not the chin. Soften and slowly roll down. Ragdoll arms. Hanging the head and neck. Just release, let go. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, roll up. All the way back to the top, rolling out those shoulders. Beautiful stuff, everybody. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you love that. Join me again for tomorrow, some more. Thursday, some more. Next week, some more. And look forward to doing more classes with you online. Keep it up, guys. Lots of love.